A super chat from a Broncos fan here, and Mark Langley. Is Aaron Rodgers going to be traded? Maybe. I think there is a very real possibility. Once we get to June 1st, the contract becomes more easily tradable. So I think there is a real possibility that Rodgers gets dealt. And if he does, I think Denver is one of the obvious contenders to go get him with what they have on the roster and what they need, namely the quarterback position. From Shanav, all right, here's my Aaron Rodgers trade proposal. 3 first-round picks. Good start there, Shanav. Teddy Bridgewater, Michael Ojemudia, Lloyd Cushenberry, and Albert O. I like it. I like throwing in some players there. Albert O is a good piece. Ojemudia is a good player to throw in with the depth the Broncos have at cornerback, so I like that one. Cushenberry was not great this past year. If the Packers were to accept that, however, I would be all over it. That would be a still pretty decent offer for Green Bay and would get you a fantastic player and a franchise quarterback. So Denver should say yes. We'll see if Green Bay would, though, however. Predict the future for me. Who will win Rookie of the Year? Is it going to be Trevor Lawrence? Is it Justin Fields, Trey Lance, Mac Jones, or somebody else altogether? Get your votes in for me in the comments section. Who will it be? Get your votes in right now in the comments section. This is the pinned comment, so if you get the ad break here on YouTube, scroll on down and get your votes in. From Warren Rose, do the Broncos need to sign another receiver like Dede Westbrook after the Deshaun Hamilton injury? I say no. Look, it seemed like Denver was actually going to find a trade partner for Hamilton, which sucks that he got hurt. But the reason why Hamilton was on the block is because he wasn't going to play that much. Like, you have Cortland Sutton. You have Jerry Jeudy. You still have KJ Hamler. Tim Patrick as well. What role is Dede going to play for you? Is he going to make Patrick or Hamler receiver 5? If so, what's the point? You don't want to spend money at wide receiver 5. That is a backup role. If someone gets hurt, sure. But Hamilton was already on his way out. You don't need to replace him if you're Denver. A super chat from Burnin' Spades. Just curious, which is the most overrated teams, also most underrated teams for the upcoming season for both you and Jeremy? You know what I think we should do? Burnin' Spades? How about we make this a future video? How about we do top overrated and top underrated teams in the future? So I'll keep that in mind. I know you're subscribed, so stay tuned for it. From Gary Sanderson. Replacements for coaches that will get fired. My number one guy is still where we're at. I still believe that Brian Daboll, the Buffalo Bills offensive coordinator, should absolutely get hired. I truly believe that is the top candidate there. Then it's Eric Bieniemy. Yeah, I think Joe Brady is getting plenty of hype. Kellen Moore in a similar boat there. I also keep an eye out for Matt Eberflus, the Colts defensive coordinator. A super chat from Mark Mulo. Hey, Tom, how are you, buddy? I'm doing great, Mark. Thank you again so much for asking here. Given the remaining prominent free agents, including Richard Sherman, do you believe any of them retire if not re-signed? So, I think your retirement threats, Mitchell Schwartz due to injury. Justin Houston is getting up there in age. Other old guys, does DeMar Dotson count? I think Everson Griffin wants to keep playing, but he is old. I think the biggest name is Larry Fitzgerald. That's the route I think will end up retiring first and foremost in the NFL. From Cole, Patrick Surtain could win defensive rookie of the year. My bad. That's coming from a Chiefs fan, by the way. I think there's a real possibility. I think it's guys like Surtain, J.C. Horn, Micah Parsons, maybe a Jalen Phillips is in that conversation as well. But I agree, Cole. I do think Patrick Surtain is among the favorites to win Defensive Rookie of the Year this upcoming season. From Day, dark horse playoff team this year. Do the Cardinals don't count. Do the Bears count as like a dark horse playoff team? Like, I think it's a little bit tricky in terms of identifying what a dark horse is in this day in the NFL. But from teams who did not make it last year, I think the Cowboys are very obvious. Does Minnesota count? Can I go with the Vikings? I'm going to go with Minnesota to that question. If I'm cheating, well, I'm sorry. From Carol McDarrell, where would you rank the Broncos defense? I'd say somewhere in the top 8, top 7 category. If Von Miller is healthy, I think that's a good path to pursue. Like, I think they'd be a top team. They linebackers a bit iffy, but Von Miller, Bradley Chubb, they got some good interior guys as well. And that secondary is among the best in the NFL. So I think a minimum top 10, if the offense holds up its end of the bargain, I think statistically it could be a top 5 unit for Denver this season. So what do you guys think? Will the Denver Broncos have a top 10 defense? Type in Y for yes, they will, or you can type in N for no, they will not. Get your votes in right now for me in the comments section. Will the Denver Broncos have a top 10 defense? King Tut, hottest NFL take. We actually did this one on a previous mailbag from Monday. It is that you should never, ever punt. You should always go for it on 4th down, and that you should go for it for 2 as well. Score all of the points, screw position. If you're being aggressive, if you're good, which of course is the assumption here, I think that's the route that they end up going. All right, from Doom, what running backs will be top 5 fantasy pointers? So we'll go PPR, since that's what most of you guys play. In no particular order, I am a fan of, I think Christian McCaffrey ends up getting healthy this year, so I think I'll start with him. Derrick Henry, obviously, right? Dalvin Cook. I want to say Saquon if he's healthy in PPR. And then give me Alvin Kamara, with apologies to guys like Aaron Jones and Zeke Elliott and like a Jonathan Taylor and Nick Chubb. I like him a lot too. From Cole Keller, I thought I'd heard that Rothschild was set to go up to 55 once the new CBA was ratified. Has it gone up or not? So I think what you're conflating with here is that during the week, teams can carry 55 players, and they could do that last year as well. However, the extra 2 guys come from the practice squad, and then they go back down afterwards. So if for all practical purposes, it is an expanded practice squad with 53-man rosters. That's where things are at as we sit. So appreciate the question there, Cole. Thank you very much.